Chainsaw Man's reimagining of the old fable, the City Mouse and the Country Mouse, is probably like one of my favorite things that came out of the Resi Arc movie. So let's actually go over it. Now, the messaging itself is not very subtle, but it does change how you look at Denji, it changes how you look at the Angel Devil, and it changes especially how you look at Makima. Now, this fable becomes a lens in order to further explore each character's desires, their regrets, and also how they're trapped in a cycle, but just in different ways. Now, first, let's go over the aspiring city mouse, Denji. Now, Denji thinks that the city life is free. It is a world full of food, comfort, fun, and even love. But once he's actually there, he learns something pretty harsh. This city is not made up of dreams, it is made up of predators. And it is not a place of safety, it's a feeding ground. Now, what is Denji in all of this? Well, baby, he's just a mouse. And this is where Makima's symbolism comes in. Makima is the predator herself, otherwise known as the cat. But the thing about cats is that they are very territorial, and in comes Reze, and that's when everything changes. And now the one thing about cats is they don't like you playing with their prey. And we see exactly why, because Denji immediately begins to change once he does come into contact with Reze. You see, for the first time ever, Denji begins to imagine things other than what Makima has given him. And that's now aspiring to be a country mouse instead of a city mouse. Now, in the world of a country mouse, that can be seen as true freedom. And with these opportunities, Denji is given the option of living a quiet and peaceful life. But in exchange for that peace, that means giving up everything else that he has been given in the city. But here's the tragedy: he can't leave, because by that point, he has already been claimed by the predator herself, Makima. And now this brings us to the Angel Devil. And his story just completely flips the dynamic. You see, he never chose to become a city mouse, but rather, he was already caught and forced to become the city mouse, and just as trapped in the same cycle as Denji has. So whether you start off chasing the city or you're running from it, you end up in the same place under someone else's control. And that someone, of course, is Makima herself. Now, she is the cat in this fable, and she controls both mice, the city and the country alike. The irony is perfect though, right? Because she literally uses rats, but she's the one doing all the hunting. And through her, the fable twists into something darker. No matter which mouse you are, there is still a cat. The city mouse, the country mouse, and the cat that watches them both. Because in Denji's world, in Chainsaw Man, there is no safe escape, only the illusion of one.